We have heard about all kinds of scams on Craigslist. A Phoenix man fell into one of the traps, but he's not blaming Craigslist. His beef is with the bank. 3 on Your Side's Gary Harper has this story.
Well, this 3 on Your Side viewer says he had an idea that this might be a scam, and he says he did what he could to protect himself. In the end, it was in fact a scam, and as a result, he thinks banks ought to do a lot more to protect consumers like him.
It was a 97 Jeep Wrangler, manual soft top. I love that thing.
Anthony PROANO is talking about his first love, a Jeep Wrangler. It was a high school graduation present that he kept for years, but now that he's a college graduate, he wanted to upgrade, so he purchased this newer Jeep. With his new ride, Anthony decided it was time to sell his other, older Jeep.
So I put it up for sale on Craigslist, and somebody responded to the ad saying they were interested in it.
The buyer agreed to the $3,500 asking price, but the mystery seller sent Anthony a cashier's check for $4,700 instead. The extra money was to pay to have the Jeep transported.
He even said, go ahead, cash the check, wait till it posts, and let me know, and then we can start the moving process. So that eased me a little bit.
Anthony went ahead and deposited that check into his personal Bank of America account and waited several days for it to clear. He didn't want to get caught up in a scam. And according to Anthony, the check did clear. In fact, he says his account indicated that the entire funds were, quote, available. That's when Anthony says the mystery buyer contacted him saying he didn't want the car any longer and asked for his money to be returned.
Yeah, I checked everything out. The money's still in my account. It posted. So you know what? I'm gonna send you some money back.
Now remember, Anthony says Bank of America indicated to him that the $4,700 check had cleared and was available. So he sent all the money back. That was a mistake because that check was actually a fake check and bounced like a rubber ball.
I was in disbelief at first. I thought maybe something had gone wrong with the bank.
Anthony says the fake check wiped out his account and left him in the negative. And as for Bank of America, they were no help at all.
Basically, they said that it's the customer's responsibility to be able to determine a fraudulent check from a real check.
3 on Your Side got a hold of Bank of America, which told us in an email that, quote, a person is responsible for the checks they deposit, even if they wind up being fraudulent. But Anthony maintains if the check was fraudulent, then Bank of America shouldn't have implied it had cleared by saying the funds were available.
You would expect a bank would help protect their customers from people using the bank's own system to scam people.
According to the Federal Trade Commission, all banks have to show funds as available just within a few days of that fraudulent check being deposited, even though the fraudulent check has not been detected yet. It's an unfortunate dilemma and a loophole that many banks are not addressing yet. I'm Gary Harper, 3 on Your Side.